Grand Admiral Zex-4 stood triumphantly on the command deck of the Inevitable Conquest, flagship of the Dreary Empire's subjugation fleet. Through the massive viewport, he watched as 5,000 warships emerged from hyperspace, arranging themselves into the sacred spear formation that had brought 300 civilizations to their knees over the millennia. "Status report," he commanded, his violet eyes fixed on the blue-green planet ahead. "All vessels report battle readiness, Admiral," his executive officer replied. "Planetary defenses appear minimal. No orbital platforms, no defense grid, only primitive satellites and a small space station." Zex-4's facial ridges creased in disappointment. His spies had reported that humans were a warlike species who had nearly destroyed themselves multiple times. He had expected more. "How unfortunate," he said. "I was promised a challenge." The communications officer turned from her console. "Admiral, we're receiving a transmission from the planet." "Put it through," he said. "Let us hear what they offer in surrender." A human female appeared on the main screen, her expression curiously calm, for someone facing an armada capable of reducing her civilization to ash. "This is Admiral Helena Reyes of Earth Defense Command. You have entered restricted space without authorization. Identify yourselves and state your purpose." Zex-4 allowed himself a small smile. "I am Grand Admiral Zex-4 of the Dreary Empire. Your planet is now under our protection. Disarm your weapons, disable your military, and prepare to receive our governance." "Resistance is." "We decline your offer," the human interrupted. "You have 60 seconds to retreat beyond the orbit of Mars." Laughter rippled across the bridge, but Zex-4 did not join in. Something in the human's eyes, a complete lack of fear, unsettled him. "You mistake your position, Admiral Reyes. My fleet carries enough firepower to crack your planet's crust. What could you possibly—" 50 seconds, she interrupted again. Zex-4 felt a flicker of irritation. "Commence intimidation barrage. Target their largest population centers. Minimal yield, maximum visibility." "Weapons charging, Admiral," his tactical officer reported. On screen, Admiral Reyes spoke quietly to someone off-camera, then returned her gaze to Zex-4. 40 seconds. Your primitive civilization has nothing that could harm this fleet." Zex-4 declared, more forcefully than necessary. "Your species barely left your atmosphere a century ago." 30 seconds, Rey said, her voice unshaken. "Be advised that Earth follows the proportional response doctrine. Actions against civilian targets will trigger maximum retaliation." The tactical officer frowned at his console. "Admiral, I'm detecting energy readings everywhere. Small localized disruptions in space-time." "Source?" Zex-4 demanded. "Unknown. They appear to be." 20 seconds, Admiral Reyes continued, implacable. Zex-4 felt the first stirrings of uncertainty. "Target their transmission source. Full barrage." 10 seconds, Reyes stated. "Fire." Zex-4 ordered. The executive officer hesitated. "Sir, the targeting systems can't lock. Something's interfering with." "Time's up," Admiral Reyes said simply. "We attempted diplomacy." She vanished from the screen. In that same instant, Zex-4 noticed tiny pinpricks of light appearing around every ship in his fleet. Thousands of them, no larger than transport pods, blinking into existence through what appeared to be micro-wormholes. "What air?" He never finished the question. The Inevitable Conquest shuddered as something breached its quantum shields, supposedly the most advanced defense technology in the galaxy. Throughout the fleet, the same scene repeated itself 5,000 times. Small devices materialized inside shield perimeters, bypassing them entirely. Each emitted a brief, intense pulse of energy. And then, silence. On the command deck, every system went dark. Emergency lighting flickered on, revealing confused officers frantically working at dead consoles. "Report," Zex-4 demanded. "Nothing works," his executive officer replied, voice tight with disbelief. "No weapons. No engines. No communications." A hologram flickered above the central console. Admiral Reyes, her expression unchanged. "Your ships have been neutralized by quantum disruptors," she explained. "Your technology relies on unified quantum fields. Ours doesn't." Zex-4 stared in shock. "That's impossible. You're a pre-FTL civilization, a common misconception," Reyes replied. "We developed differently. While other species focused on faster ships and stronger weapons, we concentrated on dimensional manipulation, micro-targeting, and efficiency. She gestured and data streamed beside her image. Schematics of the Drary fleet, their weapons, their shields, all laid bare. We've been studying your empire for decades, she continued. Your technology is impressive, but predictable. Your shields stop weapons, not teleportation. For the first time in his 300-year military career, Zex-4 felt genuine fear. What happens now? Now we send you home, Raiz replied. Without your weapons. Consider this a diplomatic warning. As thousands of Drary ships drifted powerless above Earth, Zex-4 realized his empire had made a catastrophic miscalculation. They had mistaken humanity's containment for weakness. They would not make that mistake again.